I drew his character Nico because he posted on Blue Sky, where you should check it out, encouraging people to draw them for Art Fight, and who am I to deny my lovely mutual? Besides that, I also genuinely really like Nico's design. The wheel told me to focus on colors, so I started off by doing a little doodle mapping out the colors on the reference to see what I wanted to highlight. I waffled around a bit and did a first attempt where I tried to highlight the silver in its design, but ultimately felt it would be more eye-catching if I focused on the orange. Get it? Because it's the eye color. I decided to try out a split complementary color scheme, since I rarely ever do limited color palettes, and I've never tried anything beyond the simple 2-color complementary. There are all kinds of tools out there to help you map out the exact 2 shades to be a perfect complementary to this hex code of orange, but I just eyeballed it. I drew them doing a cute little roar pose, added some moon phases in the background, and got to work mapping out the colors. While I could have easily used a gradient map to translate her usual color scheme to this new one, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be really intentional with my colors, so I picked everything myself. This raised the challenge of having to translate all these warm tones into blues. So to avoid accidentally making something too light or too dark, I frequently checked my values. I didn't want to match them 1-to-1 because this is supposed to be kind of like a night scene, but I used relativity to keep things consistent. For instance, I know that the skin is lighter than the shirt and that the shirt is lighter than the hip fabric, sleeves, and belt. I hope that made sense, but if not, maybe the speed paint visualizes what I mean clearly enough. Sometimes I used adjustment layers to shift the brightness or hue at certain points. I remember near the end I felt like something was off, and it was because my color distribution was a little all over the place. If I had to break it down, I wanted it to be 60% royal blue, 30% that turquoise aqua color, and 10% the orange. Things were looking a little too green, so I used the color balance filter to bring in more of the blue. Anyway, in the end, I liked how it turned out and learned a lot in the process.